I want to appeal to you and your team. Let us dwell a lot on infrastructure. It will not augur well for you to go and spend a lot of money on conferences, investment promotion, $20 million, $15 billion. All those things, some of them are not realistic.
You have one little office here in Abuja, and you pay 153 million by one room. This committee knows.
In Abuja?
Then, yes, of course, it's true.
The committee can come to an oversight visit to our office. Our office.
No, we are not going to come there. We send our clerk and people to go. We don't want to have anything to oversight. Your headquarters is in Enugu.
So basically, before you click away, in this video, I want to reel out some possible projects that the Southeast Development Commission should embark upon for the betterment of Ndi Igbo. Now, they trended last week for some reason. Okalo laid a lot of accusations, and on social media, some Nigerians, especially Ndi Igbo, have been accusing Okalo of wanting his own cut of the money, among other issues. But that's not what I'm here to dissect. In this video, I want to look at possible projects that the Southeast Development Commission can do for the betterment of Ndi Igbo. That's basically what this video is all about. If you think there's anyone I've failed to mention, you can as well let me know in the comments. Or even before you start watching, you can also drop a comment and say, okay, these are the possible things that the Southeast Development Commission should, do for the collective good of Ndi Igbo across the states of the Southeast. Right? There are a few things that we really need in the Southeast. But again, a lot of funds have been spent from the Southeast Development Commission in organizing seminars and conferences. And I think even without seminars and conference, I think myself as a person already know what the Southeast needs at this very point. I really do not need people to sit down in a room and start deliberating on this, on that one, and the other one, right? Let's start with the biggest of it all. A rail line project in the Southeast. Have you ever imagined that? The other day I came across a video of the famous Lagos rail line was contracted with over 1.2 billion. Now, imagine a situation where 1.2 billion naira is spent in Enugu for a rail line. 1.2 billion spent in Anambra, 1.2 million spent in Imo, 1.2 billion spent in Ebonyi in Abia States. That's a fraction of the 16.6 billion naira already disbursed to the Southeast Development Commission. And these rail lines connecting all the 5 Southeast states. That's one of the biggest things that the Southeast Development Commission can ever do, whereby I can travel from Enugu to Anambra within minutes. I can travel from Abia to Enugu to Anambra within minutes. This is one of the easiest things, one of the most beautiful things that can be done for the Southeast as it stands now. Even the 1.2 billion naira spent on the Lagos rail line has been a huge debate that is not worth that amount. But I'm using that very figure as what the Lagos state government said that they spent. Imagine spending $1.2 billion building an airport, a rail line for the entire Southeast, a rail line that connects across board. So have you ever thought about that, right? It's going to make the ease of doing business quite beautiful. Now, hold on to the rail line conversation for a minute. Let's turn attention to a seaport. Imagine a situation where one state of the Southeast has a seaport and then there is a functional rail line. A businessman in Abia can import a goods from anywhere in Europe. It lands in any of the Southeast states with a seaport, and then the rail line becomes an easy means of transportation of moving their goods from one state to the other, right? I keep saying it that we really do not need seminars to understand what Ndi Igbo are facing. We really do not need seminars to know what Ndi Igbo needs. We really do not need seminars to understand what we can do for ourselves, right? A lot of times we've blamed politicians from the other parts of the country as one of the reasons why the Southeast is not, benefiting politically from this very country. But at these very points, a development commission have been given to us, entrusted to our own brothers, funds already released, right? We might not like the administration of President Bola Tinubu and what it has done so far to this very country. But as far as this Southeast Development Commission is concerned, I think I'm going to give it to him. Do you know that even the fact that I followed politics, I didn't even know that funds were already released until that meeting with Senator Joseph Carlo, among others, were the men in charge of the Southeast Development Commission. I really do not know. But 16.6 billion naira already released, and you spent close to 3-point-something billion naira organizing seminars and conference. You really do not need all of this. Now, I'm going to be very brief and fast at this very point, because these ones that I just mentioned, I think, are the few things that the Southeast need. In fact, the most important thing that we need in the Southeast. Have you also thought about a situation where in each local government in the Southeast, the Southeast Development Commission, renovates at least 5 different primary schools, 5 different healthcare centers in all the 5 Southeast states? You do it in all the local government. The funds are available. There's nothing else that you can do. If you bring out at least 100 million naira, it can renovate a school in the Southeast, in a local government in the Southeast, to a standard where you can call it a smart school. I mean 100 million naira. That means you're spending 500 million naira in Abia States, right? Let's even put it that way. 500 million in Abia State, 500 million in Enugu, 500 million in other states, Anambra, Ebonyi, and Imo States. You do it that way, right? The people, the ordinary people of the Southeast will start feeling the benefits of this Southeast Development Commission. I remember coming across a video where Senator Tony Nwoye was advising the Southeast Development Commission before the release of these very funds that what we need you to do is to embark on projects that will benefit the poor masses in Igbo land, the ordinary Igbo man on the streets. Projects that will benefit them, that we do not need seminars and conferences to understand what our people truly needs. He pointed out the issue of schools and healthcare centers in the Southeast. But aside that, road network upgrades, they can do that. But I think they should leave that for the federal government and as well as the state government, because the governors of the Southeast at this very point, I need to give it to them, they are doing quite well. In Enugu, in Anambra, in Abia States, in Hope Uzodinma, almost winding up his 8 years in office in Ebonyi States. Visible some projects already ongoing as well. So let's even leave the issue of road network for the governors and the federal government. Now let's talk about the issue of improving power in the Southeast. Every state have been given the power to generate and as well as distribute power in their respective states. What if the Southeast Development Commission comes through from, 4 states that are struggling at this point to do that? And even Abia State is not 100%. So the point where the state governor have already taken it to, you can help them move it to the next level. But let's even leave that and say, okay, maybe this is basically not what we need at this very point. What about a situation where the Southeast Development Commission can improve agriculture in the Southeast? Establishing agro-processing centers, support farmers with equipment, storage facilities and markets, and also develop, rice, cassava, palm oil, poultry and livestock industries in the Southeast, right? There's a lot of things that we need in the Southeast that really do not need seminars and conferences for us to get better. Now, I'm going to reel out 15 things actually that I've already pointed out that I actually wrote down before starting off this very video. Number 1 is the Southeast Economic Development Fund. All right, whereby the Southeast Development Commission can give out loans where interest would also come true for young business owners and entrepreneurs across the Southeast. Water and environmental projects. That one is self-explanatory, like you already know, right? Education and skill development, technical schools, and as well as vocational centers in at least one in all the 5 Southeast states. And then we have the Southeast International Trade Center, where you build a major trade and exhibition center, creating a platform where businesses from the region can showcase products globally. And then there is a tourism development. There is no state in the Southeast without a tourism attraction. We can beautify it and then start generating funds. It's more like an investment for the states and as well as the Southeast Development Commission itself, whereby more funds will be raised and then as well continue more projects if they can beautify some of these, what's it called again, tourist, sites littered all over the Southeast. We can also contribute to the Southeast security and surveillance infrastructure by supporting communities with safety through technology, install better emergency response systems, and as well as improve safety for businesses and investors. So this point of video is already getting too long. I'm going to be very fast as I can. Housing and urban renewal project, digital technology and innovation hub, a Southeast medical city, a specialist hospital, at least one in the Southeast, agriculture and food processing, like already mentioned, modern transport systems, Southeast power projects, and as well as the Southeast industrial and manufacturing hub, and finally, the Southeast regional road network upgrade. All the roads connecting all the 5 Southeast states, the Southeast Development Commission can take it upon themselves to fix them, right? Again, please, my brothers and sisters, in charge of the Southeast Development Commission, the idea of seminars and conference, we do not need it. We know what we need in the Southeast, and exactly what I just pointed out. If it is done, the Southeast will take a leap from where we are to a better future, not just for we who are here today, but for our children and our children's children. If for once we will do something right for ourselves, if for once we'll be right with ourselves. You can also let me know what you think in the comments. What projects do you think the Southeast Development Commission should embark upon as far as the funds released and more expected? Over 250-something billion naira is what the federal government has promised to release in the first phase of this. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments what project they should embark upon. And again, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, and as well as hit the notification bell so that you can get notified each time a video drops on Frank Speaks. Until the next one, may the good Lord continue to bless the Southeast and let our leaders do the needful for our own good and for the betterment